All right, the BlazBlue Roguelike game is here, and we're testing out the new character S or ES. Is ES like an abbreviation for something? Is it supposed to stand for anything? Here we're gonna use Coconaway and Lambda. I've been liking Coconaway lately. The rockets seem to lock on very well. They have good stagger potential. Then Lambda has the ability to get your health back after you take damage, so it's really easy to keep that sustain up for a lot longer. Looking at S though, she has this regular combo, sword slashes, aerial slashes. The aerial slash also moves the enemy below you for a down slam. And her down slam is like part of her kit too. It's really, really cool once I do it in action. And that's her skill. The skill does like a circle of blades. Really, I think her whole kit is about doing these crests, is what it's called. Just like any other roguelike, you have a pick 3 here. We have choice between Blade Storm when we take a hit, Dash Flash, blind enemies when you dash, and then skill Chain Lightning. We're actually playing on a hard mode version of the game. When you beat the game, you actually go from standard training to advanced training. On advanced training, the amount of entropy that we're getting on every map is higher. The enemies have changed slightly. They're still the same attacks, but they'll bring out enemies that you really don't see this soon. There's also a timer in the top left. That timer is shorter on advanced training. If it goes down to 0, you start taking damage. But really, at the point we're playing at right now, I'm like pretty comfy in this game. I'm able to go through each area. I already kind of, as I said, know how S works. She has this really, really good jump dodge where she does like a mid-air somersault. Sometimes you'll see me hold the charge button, but honestly, her 1, 2, 3 with the skill is actually pretty good by itself. Basic attacks deal more damage to armor, black hole, and impact shockwave. So we're really early in the game. We're gonna see a lot of armor on a lot of enemies, so I feel like we're just gonna get this, at least to start off with. Potential. Now this is where the game actually starts to take off. As a roguelite game, you have a character and you buff the character with these tactics, but these things right here buff the actual attacks you do, or it gives you brand new ones. So I took Crest moves forward. So that's my skill. Now when I use the skill, it goes forward a little bit, and it's actually larger. But not only that, like later in the game, you'll find new potentials that are synergies. So using this potential with another one enhances it in some way. Again, it's still very new for me for this character, but it should be pretty good once we see it. It's like putting monsters in the blender. It's so satisfying. I kind of like skill setups like this, where it's like you put something out and let it do its thing, rather than like launch, like Ragnar, just launch a dragon throughout the hallway. Easy clears though in the beginning. Right now we're just doing back-to-back training. I do have a lot of money, so if I see a shop, I'm gonna try to go for it. Now in the top right, you can kind of see the entropy system at work. So this is slightly different than the previous version of the game. This is still early access, but they just did a patch recently where they added S. Now we have a risk reward system. We're gonna get kill streak speed up at the cost of intermittent missiles at a 25% chance. Blade Storm after legacy skill, Thunderstorm after legacy skill, and place a mine. Thunderstorm, honestly, not that bad. I'll go ahead and pick it up because I know itself is a very good thing. The legacy skill, based off of whoever you take when you first start the run, you get to use their skill on either L2 or R2. All right, so we have a bunch of money. We're gonna get the health pot, $150. And then we had a discount on reduced entropy. So now we have no corruptions at all. Going into a boss. I think that might have been the right thing to do. Serpent of Destruction. So this, honestly, is a fight that I don't like in regular mode, but the advanced version of this is actually really good. So you can see it does explosions. It has this constant tornado that's out. Burrows along the ground, launches up above. It's a lot more dynamic than the first version of this. Now, unfortunately, my damage is kind of mediocre right now. My basic attacks don't really do much. Kokonoue's rockets are really good. And there's a thundercloud too, so that does, you know, like 5 thunderbolts or something. Definitely not damage to scoff at. This fight is sort of a floor is lava. You're getting good damage right here. And then this is the part that was honestly a little bit of a sleeper in regular mode, but advanced mode, it's so much better. Like, I can't go back to normal. Not for this fight. Alright, gotta dodge the tornado. The tornado is probably the hardest part. You also can't see, my character is constantly being pushed by the sandstorm. So not only do I have to worry about dodging stuff that's on the ground, I have to worry about dodging the tornado, but my character is sliding the entire time. Alright, I'm just gonna run from this. You can actually hit the tail, which sometimes I'll do, but the tornadoes were in a terrible spot. Wow, I'm getting absolutely demolished right now. Okay. So this is a little bit of a breather. It starts screaming for some reason. I don't know why. Good tornado. Another cool thing that S has is if she does a perfect dodge, she actually spawns a set of circle blades. Alright, good win. Next potential. Assaulter, Tristan, freely connect airborne moves. I have no idea what that means. Stomp, I've seen that before. You do like a bunch of head pounds. So I'm gonna take the easy route here. Just give me some dashes. That could turn into something later if you get like Dash Thunderbolt or Dash Blade. Even the aerial jumps with the dash, it's so clean looking. They did a really good job with this character. I thought I was good on Mai, but honestly, S plays really well. So the new area, we have these monsters. We have these arrow shooting turret looking things that are really annoying. Eventually, we're gonna get to the point where some of this stuff is really tanky. And you have to do a lot of dodges, and that's why we have that triple dodge. All right, extensive training. We're getting a little bit of a heal from the training, which is nice. It's like 3%. It's not nothing. A few of those equals like 10% or 15% throughout the course of the game. So for the most part, the beginning of our run has been like pretty standard. It's just the monsters themselves have got, oh wow, what a reach. It's like Blitzcrank from League right now. It's actually really nasty. So yeah, as you can see, the monster variety has changed a little bit. We'll head upstairs. For the most part, I can handle a lot of this stuff. But definitely, don't get me wrong, I died multiple times in advanced mode. Funny enough, my first win in advanced was on Hibiki on the previous patch. The recording of it, I do have. I don't think it's like the best quality, but I had the most busted setup. There's a little head bounce on the actual robot just then. Struck Venom, taking a hit leaves venomous trail. Lightning Orb. 3 lightning orbs that do constant damage. That's actually really good. Dash Dagger would have been interesting because you get the daggers every time you dash. We have triple dash. I don't know why I'm looking at this. You go potential 100% of the time. All right, what are we gonna get? Again, best part of the whole game right here. So type slasher Gawain, that's dash and then skill. Shooter, which has a synergy. Down skill to send shockwaves throughout the ground. Does bonus skill damage. And then over exhaust your MP to use skills. That's actually really good. We're not going to take it this early because I think monster HP isn't really that high to just spam skills on. So let's actually grab Shooter. So I have no idea what this is. It's down skill. It does have a synergy of attacks in a larger range. We got that because we had the crest moves forward. So it does a single wave. At max mana, I can use it 3 times. That's not bad. So I had a lot of people who asked me how difficult were the inputs in this game. As you know, BlazBlue is a fighting game, so you might think there's quarter circles and charge attacks and all kinds of stuff like that. I would say the most sophisticated button combinations is like a direction plus a button, or like jump and then button, or like 2 buttons at the same time. Skill plus jump, or skill plus dash. Otherwise, it's really not that bad, and I haven't seen wild motion inputs. I am actually really liking this wave attack, though. It does really good damage, too. This might turn into a skill-focused build. Ooh, that was sort of the combo I was talking about. She has an aerial attack where she launches the enemy, then pulls it down. Then you can down slam on them, which does a bounce. And like maybe we can do some cool stuff with that, but that's basic attack. And right now we're kind of buffing our skills. Okay, so we could rest. I'm seeing slower MP recovery as a 75% chance. That's really bad, so maybe we get rid of that. They actually changed this. So in the past, resting would give you a reduction of your entropy, and then it would remove the negative attributes of entropy. They got rid of the removal and gave you healing instead. So now it seems as though they want you to keep those negatives more often, which is very, very interesting. Survive for a long time. What was that, 45 seconds? We're in this tight hallway too, which is honestly kind of good for my build, because I send these waves out forward, and it just hits everyone in the hallway. You may think to yourself that, like, in a survival situation, you should just kind of stand there and avoid combat as much as possible. But it's actually more beneficial that you actually kill these. We're getting a combo counter. We're keeping the monsters thin on the screen. In some cases, I'm healing myself when I deal damage. So I think it's smart to kill as much as you can. Lightning orbs last longer. This is slowly becoming a lightning setup, which honestly I don't mind at all, because I feel like lightning might be really strong in this game. More training. Exchange, we have 139 bucks. That's not enough to buy the most expensive thing. So see that spot dodge? That actually caused a crest to spawn. Ooh, you can do her wave attack in the air? Wait, that's new tech. But yeah, the spot dodge allows you to do damage when you pass through enemies. So sometimes you want to get... Wow, I still got hit there. Sometimes you want to get other tactics that do things when you do a dodge, because dodging is just so good on S. Does she do something like that in the main game? If you happen to know, leave it in the comments. I'd love to know like how one-to-one she is to the main game version of BlazBlue. Little head bounce. I was able to change the direction of the wave, not the first one, but I'd say that's probably about as sophisticated as an input gets. All right, let's do some Gamba. This is also going to heal me too. Surely we get nothing but good here. HP minus 10? Really? Minus? Why? All right, that's fine. Exchange, something costs 50% less. Let's go ahead and do that. Nice. So we got the XP for half off. Dashing summons a Thunderbolt. We did get additional dashes. So now we have 3 of these. Gonna go ahead and heal myself as well. 40% for 50 bucks. I think that is well worth it. And we'll leave the rest. Again, I don't really have any entropy, so I'm not gonna bother reducing it. I almost feel bad. Like, I want my entropy to go up so I can kind of explain the system a little bit. All right, so second boss is Watcher. We do a nice witch time dodge. This is actually a really good fight to have triple dashes. So this is a harder version of this boss. Typically, you'll see this boss super early in normal mode, but here, it does multiple attacks in a row. So see that? 1, 2, 3. Get a nice ground combo. Even the dash thunderbolts do stuff. But look at that, 3,000 damage. All right, so it does rage. fire comes out, it does a dash across the ground. Yeah, just watch out for the fire for the most part. Fire does give me a spot dodge, but if I stay in it, I still take burn. So it's not really good. Ow! 300? Wow, I'm even getting knocked into the fire. Okay, thank you, dodges. I really don't want to use the health pod against this, knowing that I heal afterward. There's meta progression that heals you when you kill what I believe they call an elite sample. Okay, we gotta get out of this corner. Lambda's healing is keeping me up pretty well. Alright, slam, let's do the dodge. That surprisingly landed. See the... Oh my god, the fire is so bad. But it's so low, we may as well tank it. Get a bunch of my health back anyway. Alright, next potential. You can freely connect airborne moves. I still have no idea what this does, but I don't think I want Hellenor. It causes Crest to come out, but it looks kind of weird. I don't know if it actually fully works or not. So I'm gonna grab the Tristan. If I do some aerial attacks, I swear this doesn't do anything, but maybe maybe it needs some targets. Maybe you can't just do it by yourself. All right, so third area, probably the most difficult area in the game. Lightning orbs are able to take out all the... Those are like mines that are floating by. As you can see, my damage, however, has fallen off. So I need to be able to get that back very, very quickly. Basic ninjas aren't too bad. And I have really good juggle too. I think that's one of the best parts about this character, is that her blade attack has really good stagger potential, so I can juggle enemies a lot more often. But really, that's where most of my damage is. The crest wave, I think, is the strongest thing I have. And the lightning orbs. Those are definitely not damage to scoff at. Yeah, see the aerial attack? You launch them, then pull them back, then down slam. You can buff your down slam too on S. It actually becomes really good. Nice. Alright, so we're just still doing really good on Entropy. They really want to give us this Blade Storm, but I see lightning stuff all the time. I'm just going to keep taking lightning. Expanded lightning orbs is pretty nice. Lightning chain helps me with the AoE clear. Right now, we seem to have an issue with clearing out a bunch of small fries, so this should hopefully help. Again, we don't really have a lot of entropy, but this does give me a heal for 10%. We can't get bad things twice in a row, right? Let's see what we get. 150 bucks and a 10% heal. We take those. With an exchange right after. Lightning Chain Overload. Lightning Chain additionally deals 160 overload damage. Ooh, but we have a brand new thing here. Intimidating Thunderbolt. After a sample takes electricity tactics damage for 3 seconds, every time they attack, they summon a Thunderbolt. I've never seen that before. We're at 166. I think I'm gonna let the entropy go through. I kind of want to see it. All right, so we just got combo HP recovery and monsters return from the dead. When your combo is over, every 20 hits recovers 50 HP. That's pretty good sustain. We're actually at a 72 combo streak. So if I take any damage, I think we heal back a good chunk of it. I want to say the combo streak ends once you take a hit. It might be time to. Well, we're in survival, so like if there's any chance to get hit, it's probably gonna be here. This is a really good room for me, I think. Let me focus for a little bit and show you all some of the intense S gameplay. You couldn't tell there, but I actually did down attacks in order to juggle myself on top of the dog. This character has like a lot of little invisible stuff to it. I love it. All right, so we're at 99, 190 bucks. Another reduction of price. Let's actually do this. We've been getting really lucky on the tactics one. Dang. All right, can't get it 3 times in a row, I guess. All right, so Thunder Chain Overload came back. I think that's a sign. Wow, I got the next thing. Aerial damage boost. I'm guessing that's giving me more damage in the sky. And then enemies now teleport to you. Which, I mean, we're used to that from Dead Cells, so I'm not really all that worried about it. We'll do more training. Like the exchange, I only have 99 bucks. I can't really buy 2 things unless we buy something that's $25. So we're getting awfully close to the boss. Have multiple detriments, but luckily they're ones that don't really affect the boss at all. You can see the revive already. I believe that is a 30% chance to revive. Oh, there it is. Honestly, the revive isn't that bad unless it's on stuff like this. And there it is. 30%, by the way. We're at 78% chance for the next detriment, which is basic attack down, which would be really bad. Again, this is a skill-focused build, but we need to do basic attacks in between then. Wow, did they really both revive? There's no way that's 30%. Ooh, okay. Upon hitting a sample, lightning orbs trigger lightning chain. Every sample chain deals 500 damage. It's on a 2-second cooldown, but that's 500 damage that you don't even have to think about. Okay, we gotta rest here. 100% chance. Ooh, corruption-based damage boost. That sounds really tempting. With intermittent thunderbolts. So that's some real risk and reward. You could buff your damage, but unfortunately, 200 entropy actually starts reducing your health over time. So I don't think it's a smart idea to do that, even if we're getting a damage bonus. So we went down to 44. Unfortunately, we don't lose any of our detriments. So if I happen to see a shop, I think I'm gonna go for it. All right, more extensive training. I don't really choose basic training very often. The only time I would is if my HP is low, because if you get something like survival right now with low HP, it might become a problem. But I'm sitting super comfy. I'm at full HP, 5 health flasks, and able to rip through monsters with the lightning orbs. Unfortunately, they do come back, but with the lightning chain, I think the revived monsters are just dying to a thunderbolt anyway. So this is where, like, the game is a roguelite. You may look at the game and think of it as just a basic hack and slash with some randomized elements, but in hard mode at least, I would say the tactics that you choose are almost, if not more important than the potentials. Wow, multi-lightning orbs. This really turned into a true thunder build. But yeah, potentials give you the buttons to be able to get through fights. But then I think tactics is what gives you the actual damage in between your skills. I think this is the best I've ever been in Area 3, even on normal mode. I don't know if that's S being a beast or if that's the lightning setup. Wow. I can just dance on top of monsters' bodies. I don't know if I've ever seen that on any of the other prototypes, is what they call them. But the constant revival, I would say, is pretty annoying. I will probably want to get rid of that at some point. But the priority right now is just getting to the boss and making sure we get rid of the basic attack down. If I got reduced skill damage right now, we would be in really, really bad spot. All right, so exchange did show up. Let's see if we can maybe get the reduction of a detriment. Yeah, remove random negative corruptions. Oh my, it actually hit the basic. All right. I would like to say we are back in the game, but I kind of want to see the corruption-based damage boost. Okay, so we're at Ori. That actually hit me. This boss has been the actual gatekeeper of advanced mode for me. I think if I could kill her, I could actually win the entire thing. Okay, nice dodges. Little jump there. My aerial gameplay with S, I gotta say it's top notch. Wow, I actually got hit by the butterfly. So this fight is basically a check of a couple things. One is a check to see if you can tell the butterflies from the background. Next, it's stuff like this. Can you float in the air to dodge the laser beams? Still, my damage, which I think is partly the thunder and my skill, it's really, really good. Even the thunderbolt by itself, doing a lot of work. Wow, I dodged all of that. All right, I think that's a dead boss. 10 out of 10 fight. Honestly, the best I've ever done. All right, new potential. Slasher Galahad has a synergy to it. I don't think I'll ever do the basic dash blink. Slasher Gawain, however, buffs my skill damage. Crest Arts open. All crests will bloom and deal damage over time. I don't think we're doing that. So this thing gives me skill damage, which our build is like kind of skill focused. I think we do it. This is what it looks like. It's like a slam after you dash. It doesn't use your full MP. It's like 50 out of the 100. All right, so now we're entering Space Omega. We just left like Hades / Skull the Hero Slayer, and now we're entering what we call Dead Cells. If you've never seen this before, this section is like a action platformer section. It's a really cool concept, going from these basic room fights to now like I have to actually explore. I am getting a little bit of an FPS drop. I'm not gonna try to fiddle with my settings too much, but it's definitely a little bit of I mean, it's early access. That's something that could definitely be changed. All right, so now, as I said, we're going through this Dead Cells segment. My skills do really good damage. Our goal is to find the mini boss. The mini boss is what they call the elite sample, I believe. And you need to kill the mini boss in order to access the final boss, which is Susano, which we know from normal mode. Again, I do really good damage. I can kind of just speed through. Even my dash skill just about one-shots the enemy. If it doesn't, the lightning orbs still do a lot. Now, as you see, we are still getting corruption over time. So this is a little bit of a race against the clock. I'm not speed running. There's the missile. I'm not speed running, but what I will say is that it's very important to get through the area. Okay, that was a little bit of money. I actually misplayed because that gave me a health pot, but for full HP, full health pots, I'm not going to stress about it too much. But I was saying that my first goal was to find the mini boss. I think right now my real goal is to find the shop so I can reduce my entropy. Because again, if we get to 200, we're actually going to get to a point where we start taking residual damage, which is going to be bad no matter how strong I am. Wow, I went so far just then. This is actually the final boss, so we don't need that just yet. We need to find the shop. The shop is yellow, so it's actually down there in the bottom left. Try to find our way over there. If you have a favorite character in BlazBlue, let me know. I think our first video for BlazBlue Entropy Effect has honestly like 100 comments all dedicated to what character you want to see. I don't know if I have seen anyone say I want S. Oh no. Well, Afterlife Bomb isn't too bad, but I actually got the corruption-based damage boost. For every corruption effect you have, basic attack and skill is increased by 5%. So against the boss, the Afterlife Bomb doesn't really do anything. Wow, freaking missiles. So I think we're gonna try to keep that. It is random though, so I have no idea what we're gonna actually have. This is kill streak, I think. So we were able to get a 20 kill streak on the map. I was actually going the wrong way the whole time. The shop is literally at the beginning of the map. So my goal is to keep some of our corruption, but we cannot go to 200. If we go to 200, we're gonna start taking damage. Alright, so let me get rid of our entropy. We got rid of the Afterlife Bomb. That wasn't really what we wanted. We still have Missile up. Basic attack Ren. That's not nothing. It does work against all the bosses because they do move quite a bit. I'll go ahead and do this one more time. I really don't want to see missiles. Alright, there we go. So we're only realistically getting a 5% damage boost, which is technically still good. But it could have been more if we didn't get that bad hit earlier. But yeah, entropy now is a really cool system. So you're getting entropy over time. You want to mitigate that by either reducing it via rest or letting it stack up and then reducing the negative attribute by itself. Okay, so we found the mini boss. This is the elite sample. We need to clear this in order to fight the final boss. This is a choice between two different bosses in advanced mode. It's Nan, which you remember is the elevator fight. And then there is this thing, which is called Floating Mine. The first part of it, I have to fight this, I don't know, battery or something at the bottom, while just dodging lasers, which is really not too hard because I have the lightning orbs. Wow, I do such good damage. I did half the thing's HP with my skills. Unfortunately, using my skills, it's a little tough because it gives me end lag. So I need to find a way to do this without stopping. Wow, that was really close. Ooh, these line up perfectly. I'll take a hit for that. Okay, let's actually dodge these. I'm just gonna go clockwise. I'm out of platforms? Okay, I took 50. That's not bad. All right, clean kill. That's like the perfect setup for her. I couldn't hope for anything better. Slasher Galahad came back with synergies, but over Exhauster MP is almost not skippable at this point. And it also increases my skills. And I get 2 synergies out of it. I don't know what the synergies are. Let's take a quick look. Let's see. You can overexhaust your MP with Shooter Brunner, and you can overexhaust your MP with Slasher Gawain. So it's really just telling you that you can do it, but it also gives you bonus damage. Which, hey, skill focused build, a synergy that gives me bonus skill damage. It's kind of OP. So I know for a fact there's one more checkpoint for us to find. On this map, there are, I think, 4 checkpoints. There's a free one that gives you a health pot. There's one based off of killing the elite in under 5 minutes. There's one that gives you, I believe, just cash. And then there's one more we have to find that actually gives you a corruption effect, which technically could be a good thing for us. While we're looking for this, I hope you all enjoy BlazBlue Entropy Effect as much as I do. This is like my kind of game. I love the action roguelike genre. I love being able to like express myself. Okay, here we go. $100, 20 meta, and heavy armor, which I don't believe affects bosses at all. Yeah, so taking a quick look, heavy armor standard samples have armor equal to their HP. So a standard sample is just a regular monster, not a boss and not an elite. So I'm not gonna do any removal. Instead, let me get my health topped off, and then I'll get as much tactics as possible. Giant Slayer. Deal damage to elite samples. We're right here, so we may as well take it. I can do one more. Thunderbolt Paralysis. And then Lightning Chain. There's also combo protection. But I don't know if Susanoo can be paralyzed. I'm gonna assume he can't, but let's grab this just in case. And then lastly, I'll just spend the rest of my money on entropy reduction. The money isn't gonna go anywhere. We can't take it into BlazBlue 2. So now we're ready for the final boss. All the way up top. I feel pretty good about this. Full HP, 5 health pots. I tried the wall run. That doesn't do anything in this game. All right, let's see it. 73,000 HP. It does an attack that you have to dash through. Oh my god, I didn't know it comes back, but I got a little bit of my health back. So nice enough that S's slash attacks behind her, or else I would have taken damage. Oh wow, I've never seen that before. I would have taken damage from all the flames. So again, I do massive damage, but he can still kill me, so I have to be really careful. I think if we stay in the air, this does nothing. It's just phase transition. All right, big slash. Nice dodge. I can space myself out really well. I've never seen that before either. Did the attack finish? We'll have to see if he does the... Oh, wow. Okay, it just hurts you. For a good 600. That's really nasty. But my... Ow! Alright, we gotta heal, I think. Alright, so my skills do massive damage. 5,000 damage on the final hit. Wow, that was easier than my normal victories. I think my build was just disgusting. Maybe it's S. Maybe S is just legit. Wow. So that is advanced mode cleared on the ES. Fantastic game, by the way. Honestly, one of my favorite action roguelikes of this year. It lets me express myself skill-wise. I love action roguelikes where like the mechanical prowess of the player is actually visible in the game. A lot of roguelikes out there are all about this stuff, the meta progression. It might be all about the tactics, choosing the right thing for the right moment. But then this game also has this like slight requirement of actually being halfway decent on your controller. And that's why I enjoy the most. So if you yourself think that you would be very good at the game, let me know what character you think you would mesh with the most. I also have some other run completions on the videos that you see on the screen right now. If you want to see Hakumen or Lambda in action, check out one of these. Either way, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more BlazBlue and other action roguelikes. And I will see you on the next video.